Democratic Senator Jon Ossoff went viral for comments at his rally in Atlanta over the weekend.
The senator called out the Trump administration for abandoning its commitment to make life better for average Americans and instead working to serve the wealthy. Let's watch.
They are the elites they pretend to hate. So prices are up, jobs are going away, Medicaid and school lunches are slashed, nursing homes are getting defunded. If you're Steve Bannon and your pitch was Trump for the forgotten man and woman, how do you sell any of this? Trump was supposed to fight for the working class. Instead, he's literally closing rural clinics and hospitals to cut taxes for George Soros and Elon Musk.
Ossoff, who is up for re-election this year, was elected in 2020 when he was just 33 years old, making him the youngest senator the country has seen in decades. He received high praise online for his speech, with some even suggesting that he should run for president in 2028. Lawyer Robert Barnes says, quote, "If Democrats pursue this messaging, they will recapture the populist vote and take back power nationwide." And journalist Mehdi Hasan says, quote, "Perhaps the most charismatic and eloquent, dramatic member of the Senate right now, of the Democratic Senate right now. If he can hold on to his seat in November, he will be one of the front runners in 2028 for sure."
However, Ossoff's speech didn't go without criticism from conservatives. Fox News reports that Ossoff's campaign required attendees at his rally to show a valid government ID. Some on the right latched onto that report and compared it to Ossoff's own comments on the SAVE Act, which would implement photo ID requirements for elections. Ossoff has been a public opponent of the bill, arguing it would disenfranchise millions of eligible voters. Florida Senator Rick Scott posted the Fox News article on his X account and added, "Let's get this straight. Democrats want IDs to keep their campaign events safe and secure, but not our elections." And conservative activist Robbie Starbuck says, "Hey, Chuck Schumer, you said voter ID was literally Jim Crow 2.0, so can you clarify why there was an ID requirement for a Jon Ossoff event?"
You know what? Out of a whole, was like 40 plus minute speech where Ossoff made some amazing points. They picked the one thing that they could pick out of it because they know that it's a winning message if Democrats continue to move forward and say, look around, the economy is not great. These tariffs are not affecting you well. This is not what you voted for. And so even the people that were in the middle, kind of deciding if they want to deal with Trump's antics, but still wanted a better economy and didn't trust that Biden or anybody in relation to Biden was going to do that, are looking around and saying, nope, this is not what I wanted. Militarized local streets. I didn't want tariffs to be on my Costco products, making my prices go up. I didn't want daily expenses to still be this high and inflation to still be high. So nope, not a win. I think polls are showing us that. Not biased Lindsay opinion. It's actually polls showing us that people are uncomfortable with the current state of affairs.
What are the Democratic policies that an Ossoff administration or anyone else will bring to bear that will improve the economy for Americans? Because that's where they lose me. I mean, I'm listening. I'm attentive. I'm a swing voter. I'm an independent. I'm a libertarian voter. And, I don't like the tariff policies, and inflation is out of control. And we are not moving fast enough at all to slash regulation, to build things, to lower taxes, to let the American people have more of their wealth that they can pursue their own aims productively. That's what I'm in favor of, and the Republican Party has really failed to do that in the last year. But I know the Democrats aren't interested in doing any of those things. They're going to bog companies down in punitive, disastrous regulations. They can't build anything. And I look to blue states to bear that out, where people are fleeing them because they're crime-ridden and there's too much regulation on housing, too much regulation on starting a business. They want to run all the productive people out of California. Mamdani wants to confiscate even more of your income in New York. These are the failed policies Democrats will bring to you. So,
So again, I think
what am I missing?
I think that Ossoff's message is rallying the people, engaging them super early while they're disappointed. But as I've said multiple times on this show, there needs to be follow through with really specific policies. You can't run on the agenda like that things are going to be way better than what you would get with President Trump. That's not going to be a winning message because he ran again. You can run on the message that we are going to fix things like the economy, healthcare, and other things that the average American cares about, especially when funds are low, as they are for most Americans right now, lower than they were a few years ago. So I think that they do have a good message. Now it's about the follow through and exactly what the policy is. And you cannot lean all the way into, like you said, Mamdani policies for countrywide. If he does look at 2028, that's not going to work for the whole country. That might work for New York City, and we're going to see. I said they're testing it out. That doesn't mean that it's a countrywide initiative, the things that Mamdani wants to do. So I think that they still need to talk about that and regroup. But I think that for people to say it's strong messaging and to say that you're going to start to push back, you're going to hear a lot more of that because President Trump at this point has considerably dropped the ball on what he's promised on the campaign trail, and that's not me.
What are they going to do nationwide? No more immigration enforcement?
No, I think they're asking it's already what's been implemented. They're asking migrants to wear body cameras. Simple measures like that.
That's going to get the economy back on track.
No, but that's going to protect Americans more because now, and protect officers, right? Because now we can see exactly what the interactions are. So they put forward some common sense.
Yeah, that's going to be the end of immigration enforcement entirely.
That's going to be the end of it?
That's what
you said that you agreed with it. You said that you agreed with body cameras. So now you don't?
We all agree with body cameras.
Okay, that's why they happen.
Masks coming off.
Yeah, the mask. Why would that be the end? No, masks.
I don't think the ICE officers want to do that job with their identities out there. It's my understanding.
Well, the average American has the right to protest, and so they shouldn't be afraid of the average American exercising.
So there'll be no immigration enforcement. Got it. Very little crime. Are we still defunding the police? We're not going to do crime enforcement at all. What else? Are we going to build things?
Sure.
Well, what are the ideas to build things?
Let's throw them up. Let's throw up some new buildings. Actually, Mamdani wants to build, and Mamdani also wants to make sure that slumlords are not taking advantage of people, so people are going to be able to live affordably. So if you look at some of his policies in New York, again, I don't know what...
They don't build new things when you start doing, we have to tell people who own the property what they're going to do with it.
Mamdani also mentioned a small tax on millionaires, which would be $20,000, which millionaires said, I'm not going to move out of the state. It's only $20,000. It's going to help us. No, it's not going to cripple him. We'll see. You're very critical of some of the policies coming out of New York, but...
purple spotted squirrel.
What?
They're going to discover that there's a purple spotted squirrel that is native to whatever area they want to build. And so then we're going to have to wait 25 years while an environmental impact on the purple spotted squirrel is assembled before we can build. And no one's going to want to build because there's going to be such regulations on what they'd be allowed to charge for rent.
You know what's so funny? Why are you not holding the president and the administration to the same fire that you're holding Democrats? What are the policies?
Holding them to the fire.
What are the policies that are in place that have made your life better? I'd love to list them out. What policies, particularly in the last year, have made you richer, made business more profitable, made your life smoother? I'd love to hear them. Are there any in particular?
Well, they haven't raised my taxes dramatically, so that's good.
Because the Big Beautiful Bill got saved. Is that why?
I didn't support the Big Beautiful Bill, and I'm generally not supportive of what they've done with the economy in the last year. The tariffs are a big mistake. Too much deportation of either the unskilled labor pool or especially the very skilled labor pool are huge mistakes for the economy. No, I'm not. I just know the alternative is.
So do you like the militarized streets? Because your scooter was still stolen twice now. So I guess it's not that safe. That wasn't a low blow. I'm just saying, that happened to you. So it's not.
I am generally supportive of the increased police presence in this city. I feel bad for them because it's so cold out.
It's freezing.
I see them. The National Guard's hiding in grocery stores. I mean, it's all they can't. This weekend was awful.
But you didn't answer my question.
What?
Do you think that it's protected you more if the crime has happened to you twice?
Well, I'm in favor of that rather than all the police being pulled off all the streets and we having no.
That wasn't. No one was suggesting that at all. Like, was your Mayor Bowser saying let's pull all the police off the streets recently? I don't think so. I don't think she said that.
One of the relative.
But that's where you live. That's where you live, and she's the mayor. So she didn't say that. So why are you acting like that was proposed right here in D.C.?
I don't. I have said many times that Muriel Bowser is just about the best mayor I think D.C. could conceivably have, given how Democratic-leaning we are. Right, we could have a communist. We could have the Chicago guy or Mamdani, and probably will, because this is her last term. I'm sure it will get worse.
So what we are then, Robbie, is at a standstill of you asking me for Democratic policies. Don't really have a list to name that's coordinated, and me asking you for which Republican policies
I'm asking to be brought on board.
Yeah,
turn me into a little Democrat.
I think most Americans are having
this Democrat. What are you gonna
represent you? And that's why a lot of the votes will be up for grabs.
I just know the economic policies will be way stupider under most Democrats. Maybe not all, But under most Democrats, they would be even stupider.
Oh man. Okay.
I know.
Well, we'll just we're a year and some change into Trump's presidency. We're going to talk about.
Well, I mean,
every
Republicans
day
have ample time to make
years,
it
but yeah,
so stupid that maybe Democrats look better by comparison. But in my gut, I always know.
We're going to do a 4 years in review down the line. See how Trump really did.
Sounds good. A lot more to talk about on Rising. Please stay with us.